I'm Tom from DIY Life Tech, and this is a look at my Coway Mighty air purifier. So this is a true HEPA filter. It's great for things like wildfire smoke, for cooking odors, for pet dander, other kinds of allergens you might have in your home. And again, it's got that true HEPA filter. It's a relatively compact unit, so I'll just stand next to it or sit next to it. And you can see relative to me, it's not too big, so it easily fits here in my office. And the great thing is it's pretty powerful. So even with this compact size, it can actually purify the air in a space that's up to about 360 square feet. So that's pretty big, definitely like a larger bedroom, in my case, a relatively large office space, or if you have an open concept home, it'll even purify the air in multiple rooms in your house. So other things I like here, it has a sensor, an air quality sensor. It's actually looking at small particulates in the air. And you've got this indicator. So right now it's blue. That means that the air quality is good. If it turns purple, it means it's moderate. And then if it's red, it means that it's getting into the unhealthy range. And it's actually constantly sensing, if you keep it on the auto setting, so I'll put it on auto, it'll be constantly sensing the air quality in my house, and then it will actually adjust the fan speed and ramp up the purification if the air quality degrades. So if I start to cook and I burn something and there's smoke in the air, or like here in California where I live, if there's wildfire smoke, it'll actually detect that. It'll indicate the air quality change with this light. The fan will ramp up, it'll move more air through, purify the air, and then as it improves, the air quality indicator will change again to show that it's back into the healthy range. So it's great to have that visual feedback and also that automatic operation, and that way you don't have to leave the fan operating at full blast all the time. You can just keep it on auto. Right now the air quality is good, you can hear it's barely going, and then if the quality degraded, it'll ramp it up. It saves power over time, saves filter life, and also means that it's going to be quieter on a day-to-day basis. You can also manually adjust the speed, so we'll bump this off of auto. There's the number 1, 2, and then full blast is 3. You can hear it really ramps up, got quite a lot of air coming out of there. And then I can also go over here to the eco setting, and that's an even lower setting where it's just going to be a little trickle of air. So if overall the air quality in your home is pretty good, then you can leave it on eco, or if you want to use it to, in a bedroom while you're sleeping, this is very, very quiet setting, still moving a bit of air, but not nearly as much as the higher settings. Then we have this ionizer. So that's one of the 4 filter elements here. I'll get to that in a bit. I don't usually use the ionizer, but it creates charged particles, which can help to remove certain kinds of pollutants. And then I've got my timer. So if I want it to shut off in 1 hour, 4 hours, or 8 hours, maybe I'm going to sleep and I just want to run it for a little bit, I can set the timer, or I can leave that off for continuous operation. I can also get an indicator when my filter needs to be changed, and I can reset that indicator too with this button. Don't really use that too much. Mostly you're going to be using these very simple controls, really easy to use, and again, I love that auto setting. Now let's take a look at the 4 filter elements that I mentioned. So I'm just going to pop the front off of the unit. So here's the first filter. This is actually the pre-filter, and that's going to handle things like hair and dust, really big particles that might be coming through here. So that'll take care of those. Then we've got our deodorizing filter. So this one is going to take care of pet odors, cooking odors, tobacco smoke, things that are going to have a particular smell to them. This will take care of. Then we've got our true HEPA filter, and this handles all the small particulates. Again, things like smoke, molds, the kind of stuff you really don't want to have circulating in your air. And then behind this is the ionizer. And again, I don't really use the ionizer, but that's the 4th element to this. So it's a great stacked filter setup, and between all these different filters, you're really removing a lot of different kinds of potential contaminants from the air. So overall, compact unit, really simple controls. I love the automatic setting. The true HEPA filter is great for getting out those small particulates like wildfire smoke. Also having the stacked filters though with different ones for odors is great. Pet odors and that kind of thing. It's going to take those right out of the air. And I like that it's nice and compact, easy to fit here in my office space, relatively quiet in day-to-day operation. And that is the Coway Mighty air purifier.